What's going on? You are tuned into Kick'em Pick'em Gambling Show brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, Mr. BurrOaks himself. What it do, Oaks?
What's going on, Leg?
You know, dude. Another, did I eat leftover pizza from yesterday so I could stay here, play FIFA, and then just do the show? Maybe.
Man, what a disappointing day in Spain. Fucking that Girona game was like watching paint dry, dude.
Could be worse. You could be on the TwoFootTalk special in both Brazilian games, and they're both at 1-1 right now with 20 minutes left.
Yeah, could have bet Victor Osimhen for a goal, and he had 2 assists and a goal that turned into an own goal. So,
what was even worse is when you saw his assist, and like you can totally tell that he meant to pass it. Because my first thought is, "Yo, dog, what the fuck?" His goal number looked fantastic, so I was just a little upset about that one. If Oaks is saying the Girona game is bad, it must have been awful. Yeah,
they didn't have a shot for the first 30 minutes. It was unbearable, dude. It was absolutely ass. Full fade on Girona. These guys are not big enough to play in the UCL.
Wait, you're telling me there's a team that shouldn't have gotten European football from one miracle season?
Yeah, and they're gonna be a toilet fucking team, dude. They are going to be everybody's mortal enemy. So yeah, I'm done with Gil. I'm done with Girona. I also fucking hate Raul. So they're play James Rodriguez. Like, if you go spend money on James Rodriguez, I want to see him fucking play. Don't just like have him on the bench for 3 games in a row.
Again, I feel like everything just goes right over this dude's head, but I'll just let him have that. That's how European footy works. I guess if you're dumb. Oh, Bragantino scored for me. Appreciate it.
Nice.
There's a league that had it set up where everyone would have been good and you would have been financially good and competitive and you could have worked your way up. But y'all didn't want to do that one. So we'll get into the fuck yous right now. My list isn't super long because I keep doing fairly well. So it's
despite the derby frustrations on Sunday, I still went 7-8, which is pretty decent with how much of a bloodbath that Sunday slate was.
Yeah, I was working on Sunday, which helped me out a lot. That's all I'll say. And I was just I had to put all my cards bets in ahead, so I was just like, I'll just wait for these cards to hit. So
everything went good on Everything went good on Friday and Saturday, so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just keep playing full units. Whatever. I gave a couple back. It sucked, but whatever.
All right, so my first fuck you I have is Alaves. So we just played Alaves, and their manager is just talking out of his ass. This is the same guy that Lucas Vasquez turned into a little toddler freaking out on the sideline. And I'm just shocked at how easily, like, I know Barcelona fans do it. That's why we just say don't argue with Barcelona fans. Just wait for them to be wrong because they're always wrong. But when you have other teams that it's like, I don't know how he didn't get a red. Dog, y'all had more fouls and more all this bullshit and didn't have a single fucking card to our 4 cards. And then you have the audacity to be like, well, he should have got a red. Was that before or after your guy elbows him twice and then he retaliated? I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm just saying, hold up, are we dead ass playing victim? Is that what we're doing? Like, you're fighting a teenager right now also on the pitch, just so you know. That kid's 18. That your defender is fighting an 18-year-old. So
also, didn't he throw him to the fucking ground in the box by his throat?
Multiple times. That's why it was so frustrating to listen to. And it's just like, yo, dude, you came into the Bernabeu. You had a respectable outing. Like, you scored 2. You made Real Madrid sweat for a minute there because, you sub on Vallejo. And my expectations dropped to the floor. So I don't know what everyone else thought was going to happen. And it's just, I wish everyone could just take it on the chin. Yeah, you came into the Bernabeu and scored 2. You know how many people can say that? Because it's not a lot. It's not a huge list. My next one is Juve Napoli. You just stole like an entire afternoon from people. Like,
under was free.
So much time. Also, I guess Vlahovic is like about to be done which I think is funny because Ballon d'Or Martinez still has not scored a goal. I think he has 1 goal in his last 9 games for Inter.
Wow. Ballon d'Or Martinez, guys.
Vlahovic out, but not Martinez. Ballon d'Or Martinez. So, it's weird. And then I have Atleti on here. Y'all still playing like Conor Gallagher, I think, is your leading goal scorer. What are you doing? Are you good?
Just play a good starting 11, dude. Like,
what's got me fucked up is that this is all lining up for them to have their get right game be against us.
I know.
It's all lining up to be. And it's going to be
as soon as we see the ref, too, we know it's going to be shady as fuck.
I already put my cards in. I can only see the line getting worse. But yeah, Atleti, just the draw against Real Vallecano. So I was like, okay, is Real Vallecano good? And then they play a mediocre team, and they're still not good. So next question, does Atleti suck again? Atleti likes to do this like 2 or 3 times a season where you look at a couple results in a row and you're like, do these guys suck? What the fuck happened to these guys? So I don't know if they're going to be focusing on UCL, on the Copa del Rey. Maybe it's the Super Cup, or they're going to get their shit together eventually. But right now, Atleti looks like shit, and they're about to play Real Madrid at the Wanda, and I'm a little upset about it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they keep running out of trash starting 11. Like, it's not hard to put your 11 best players on the pitch. Just, like, do it.
Did I miss a Newcastle FU? Nah, I don't even have them on here because the only thing I was upset about with the Newcastle game was that they took out Joey Willock. Like, let my man play. What are we doing? That's all I got, though. Folks, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the weather in Leicester. Look, I'm not here to make excuses. I'm not going to say if it wasn't for the rain that over hits super easy, but, like, if it wasn't for the rain, that over hits super easy. So yeah, fuck the rain in Leicester. Crystal Palace versus Man U. The fuck are we doing here, guys? I knew the Juve game was going to be unwatchable. Conte revenge narrative, 2 big clubs. Juve builds their team around their defense. But Crystal Palace and Man U, you don't. So why are you having 0-0 games? Super annoying there. Girona, we already kind of talked about it. Your ass, you don't belong here. City versus Arsenal.
Hold on, he scored again today. Conor Gallagher is hot, everyone.
City versus Arsenal. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? Scoring goals, you're playing offense, you're shithousing each other, you're getting red cards again. I don't know. Like, look, I'm not going to buy into the Arsenal, it's everybody against us narrative that they like to feed. But back-to-back shithousery cards for Reds seems a little egregious. I know that somebody said they went, and a lot of teams reported them for the dark arts, basically the fucking Simeone shit. To the football association. I don't know. Get the fuck over it. Be tough. Have a set of fucking balls. I don't know. It just sounds like England's mad pussy all the time. England just sounds like they're full of mad fucking pussies all the time. So I'm that under whatever. It didn't hit. It happens. I'll get over it. I would take that number again on that under the next time they meet up. We'll see. Inter, y'all fucking blow. Just so everyone's aware, y'all fucking blow. Shout out AC Milan. That's my fucking squad. A little bit on me for doing the emotional hedge bullshit. But you know what? Both teams to score over 2.5 hit. Pulisic to score or assist at like plus 165, plus 170, hit in the first 10 fucking minutes. Made a lot of money on that game. Just didn't get the Inter money line. So, yeah, Inter, y'all are trash. Figure it the fuck out. Good looking, Milan. Spanish refs / Barcelona. We gonna talk about how dirty Villarreal got done like at all? Barca's up 2-1. Villarreal gets a goal. It gets chalked off for offsides. Then they immediately award Barcelona a penalty kick, and then they chalk off another fucking goal for Villarreal that would have made it 3-2. It just looked everything about that looked shady as all fuck. So yeah. Spanish refs every single week. Barcelona looking shady as fuck again. Batiste, win your goddamn home games, especially against Mallorca, who's not good away from the island. Shout out Roque for getting 3 shots in the first half and cashing Bird a nice ticket. But yeah, I don't know. Score more goals. Also, just like stop getting red cards. I don't know. Batiste, figure it the fuck out. Get Isco back on the pitch. Where is some fucking Isco news? Rain delay in Italy in that Atalanta game. Yo, fuck you. I know Sam got caught up in it and some other people did too. Really fucking mad sketch by FanDuel of trying to put action back on those bets after the game got delayed. And then they avoided the bets and then they made them all active again like the next morning. So if you weren't paying attention, your action was still good for the next game, which I thought was pretty bullshit. Luckily, I cashed out of my positions because I noticed. But yeah, that rain delay in Italy was fucking garbage. Also, Atalanta, don't be mad pussy. Play the fucking game.
Well, you know what was really fucked up is how Lookman didn't start the next game, and then it still didn't void my bet when I had Lookman in the parlay, and then he subs on, so then I end up losing the money anyway. So,
well, he scored the PK, so.
Oh, all right. Well, I had him and Atalanta to win, so I was fucked either way. I'd rather just had it be voided from the day before when I put it in.
Yep. Valencia versus Osasuna. God damn, that game was ass.
Hold on, did the cards overhit though?
I don't know. It was just it was a dog shit game.
Well, shame on you guys if you thought Valencia Osasuna was going to be a good game.
I thought I could get a goal out of each side. Valencia is in the toilet, by the way. I don't know what's going on with them and the Rafa Mir shit and why they're not playing fucking Hugo Duro. But Valencia, if you don't want to play your 2 best forwards, good luck scoring goals.
Well, they have Hugo Duro listed as injured, but then they keep subbing him in late, so that's why I don't really know.
Well, he's on the bench every time. I can't figure it out. I know what's going on with Mir. That's a team suspension on some sexual assault allegations, which again,
they take that very seriously, don't they? It's always weird hearing Valencia take certain crimes seriously when I know all the other shit they do. So it's just always a little funny hearing, Valencia is serving suspensions for this, but they couldn't handle their own fucking fans. All right, whatever, Valencia, do you?
Fernando, yeah, Girona. They're not on the don't bet list. They're on the permanent fade list.
Oh, permanent fade. It's not even a don't bet. It's we're betting against you straight the fuck up.
Yep.
All right, anything else for you?
No, that's it for fuck yous.
All right, I hope everybody feels better. Hope you got some shit off your chest. Let's get into this week's slate. Honestly, should be pretty quick here. I'm hoping to have like a nice, clean 45-hour long here. Nothing crazy. I wasn't too crazy about the English or the Spanish slate besides, the Madrid derby and Man U Tottenham. So we're going to start. What?
I actually loved the La Liga slate.
Really?
2 of the games are tomorrow, though. So, like.
Oh, okay. I wasn't counting them.
Yeah. All right, bet.
I have like a little Thursday jaunt that slides across the bottom where I did a couple of games. We're going to start with
Newcastle tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow.
Okay, for sure.
Newcastle, Man City. So I was hoping to like get a steal here where I could go and get Newcastle to just score a goal for a decent number, but that's not even there. They know better than to do that. I think the disrespect on Newcastle at St. James Park is a little high here. I think Man City is due for a little bit of a drop-off. No Rodri is going to be massive. Bruno Guimaraes is now the best midfielder on the pitch. There, I said it. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. And know that I don't count KDB as a midfielder. Whoever was going to try to throw that argument in, he's a winger.
Silva?
I would take Guimaraes over Silva. We're talking actual midfielders like Silva. More of a cam for me, more of a attacking mid, but I'd still take Guimaraes over. This one, I'm gonna go card heavy on this one too. I don't even know who's reffing it yet, but I know both these teams. After watching this shithousery that Man City did against Arsenal, just for them to be like, no, it's not even a rivalry. Well, why the fuck am I watching Holland take the ball and throw it at the back of Gabriel's head? He's telling your head coach to be humble and shit. Like, there's not a rivalry.
Oh, it's not a rivalry, guys. Not right. The top two, the teams who finished first and second in the EPL last year, that's definitely not a rivalry.
To put it this way, if it's not a rivalry, I expect that same fieriness. I expect that same passion to get me at least 2 fucking cards for Manchester City and Newcastle. If Joelinton, Guimaraes, and Tonali are starting, that's an automatic 3, and I want him to get into that back line. I do think Newcastle will keep it close. I feel like they play City pretty well usually, and I think we're going to get a big spread here for them. I don't know what the exact best number is going to be, but I might wait for lineups to see if the number goes up because there is a possibility of it going up, even though it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, look, I don't trust Newcastle at all right now. City money line and over 1.5 at -130 is a half decent number. I do think City are going to have problems without Rodri, so that's why the both teams to score and both teams to score over 2.5 numbers is just basically completely unplayable. City on the money line at -160 is okay, but like I'm not prepared to throw it in a parlay or anything like that because City's in survive and advance mode. Get to international break, get through international break, try and get all your players back healthy. Schedule congestion's a mad bitch right now. So I'm not saying City can't win this game. I do respect St. James Park. I do think it's going to be tough. I could see this being a lower scoring match. So I'm not. I think the numbers are attractive, but I think I'm going to have to wait and look at the lineups before I make any moves on this game.
Take Newcastle cards. We know that. So Newcastle cards is sitting at 2.5, whereas City's is only 1.5. Newcastle at 2.5 though is a plus sign. I do get a plus 115, whereas City just to get 2 cards at -160. I might just throw a unit on that just and hope that Kovacic and like Akanji start. Or Kyle Walker.
Michael Oliver is probably going to have the game too. Like it's one of the biggest games, and I know he's a piece of shit, and I don't like him. And it's not because of the Arsenal City match. The guy's been a shitbag ref.
Oh yeah, he's been a trash ass.
Yeah, he's been terrible at his job for going on 5 years now. So yeah, I mean, it's got nothing to do with the last match. The guy's just trash. But they give him every big game.
Also, I need lineups before I just blindly take City for cards because I can easily just be like, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva's kind of a dickhead, Holland's kind of a dickhead,
Carvajal.
Yeah, like all right, we'll find out. Whereas with Newcastle, like there's like 6 or 7 guys where I'm like, yeah, this guy's probably gonna get Oh, you have to guard Doku, Foden, or Savinho the whole fucking time. Yeah, you are probably gonna get cards. Like if Shar ends up without a card the entire match, I'll be fucking shocked. Joelinton the entire match, I'll be fucking shocked. So, Bernardo Silva, anytime goal plus 450. Hey, if you're feeling it, when you get those random feelings about Bernardo, take them. I usually only do it in the Champions League knockout rounds for shots on target. But if you ever get a feeling about Bernardo, because his numbers always look great and he can pop up whenever, run with it.
I always like Bernardo when he's playing far out to the right instead of slid into the middle in that midfield where they go like 4 or 5 across the midfield. When he's playing more as a winger, I definitely like Silva when he's out on the wing a little bit more. He does have a decent record against Newcastle, so I can get behind Silva here. Those are some long ass numbers.
I was about to say, he has 3 in their last 2, I think.
Yeah,
Silva. All right, moving on. I got Arsenal versus Leicester. Now, you're probably thinking, great, now I get to listen to Oaks and talk shit on Arsenal. That's not what we're going to do. I am going to throw a little bit of shade at you guys, but first I want to say something nice. You should easily win this game. I think this is a nice bounce back game. I think it's a nice space in between another Champions League match, getting players back from injury, and all the bullshit that you've kind of already been going through with different suspensions and complaining about the refs and injuries and yada, yada, yada. This is a nice, easy game for y'all. Unfortunately, Jamie Vardy is still on the other team, and he has a fucking ridiculously good record against you guys. So if you're pussy, you know, d- just take Arsenal, take them on a spread, take Arsenal, and whatever gets you closer to a decent number to bet, whatever parlay you want to bet, throw an Arsenal money line on there, throw a win cast on there, whatever. I like the both teams to score number. It's sitting around plus 125. I do think Leicester can get one at Arsenal. I think their defense is a little discombobulated, and I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way because I do think Saliba and Gabriel is probably the best center back pairing in the league. However, when you have 6 different fullbacks and some like to play CDM, some like to play left and right. Oh wait, I'm right this time. I'm actually going to be left this time. My name's Ben White, and I feel like shooting this game. Never mind. No, I don't. It just feels like the fullbacks are kind of all over the place. I don't know.
This midfield's going to be a disaster for Arsenal with no Trossard.
Well, I don't know if they're going to drop Kai Havertz in. I don't know if you just keep running Thomas Partey, who's a walking booking. I don't know exactly all their plans. I do know, though, regardless of what they do, they will be better on paper than Leicester, and they will be able to win the game. But I'm just going to go for the both teams to score, or maybe a Leicester team total over 1.5, or over a half. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I can get behind both teams to score over 2.5 at plus 130 here. I don't love this game. Arsenal's a mess. Their midfield's a disaster. No Trossard, Rice, whatever. He's fine.
I don't think you understand that if he comes out and smashes a Red Bull at halftime on his forehead, I might live bet him for a hat trick against y'all. I don't care who the fuck it is.
Facts. Yeah, show me Jamie Vardy getting dropped off in a cab with black sunglasses on, smoking a cigarette, and crushing a Red Bull, knowing he's coming back from the club last night. I'll take him. I'll take Leicester to win and a hat trick for Jamie Vardy if that happens.
I don't know why, but this just made me even more confident about both teams to score. Oddly enough. Yo, Fernando, I don't know if that's this game. There's absolutely no way it's this game, though. There's no way that the over 2.5 only bumps it up another 5 points. That is fucking. I need that.
That actually might be legit, but both teams to score at plus 125 is a good number.
That fucking sucks if it's true. I'm going to look now just because that would be really upsetting. All right, plus 145, but still not as good as I'd like it to be. I'll fucking take. I'll. Oh man, I can't wait until Vardy scores at the Emirates again. All right, moving on. We got Chelsea versus Brighton. Brighton's playing very good football. They still have not lost a game, and all of a sudden, Chelsea's played worse teams, but now all of a sudden Chelsea's minus 140. And I told you guys that I'm going to ride this Chelsea train as long as there's a plus sign. This is not a plus sign. Nothing makes me even want to go near that number. You can't even be like, well, they're at the bridge. They're going to hold it down. That doesn't mean shit. Again, I watched them lose to a tree at the bridge. So the fact that Chelsea's going to be plus 115 against Bournemouth and now against Brighton, they're minus 140 does not compute to me at all. I fucking hate that. I have a lot of confidence in this Chelsea side. I like what they're doing. They look like they are making some progress forward. I actually think they might be one of the teams without any European football to make a little bit of a challenge here for the top. Yep. Put a little bit of pressure on people. That is if City actually.
No European football, high key good for Chelsea this year.
Yeah, big time. So Brighton also playing very good. I will always respect Brighton. They do happen to go into these random lulls where they just look like absolute shit, and they're like, damn, you got a rough couple of matches coming ahead of you. I think it's anytime they actually earn European football that really fucks them up because they don't have any players that are actually capable. And the ones that are
they did sell them all for like 160 mil. So
that's what happens when you're a feeder club.
Yep.
But Soma can only do so much. Yeah, y'all loaned Ansu Fati. Like that was going to be a solution. So again, we'll see what happens. Love y'all, Pedro. Danny Welbeck is still somehow playing for this team. I don't know how you can confidently be like, you know what, I'm taking Chelsea. I'm not even going to fucking worry about it. I like both teams to score over 2.5 in this one. I do think there's goals. I don't really trust either of these defenses. And this is another card game for me. I'll check who's reffing because that could really mess me up. But Brighton's got a bunch of hacks. Chelsea has a shit. Chelsea can sub in a fuck ton of hacks. It doesn't even matter. I think Enzo Fernandez is out, so they're going to have a young bull playing in the midfield, which just leads me to believe Cards even more. Oaks, do you think they'll start in Conquer for this game?
They better. What, he had like 2 goals, 3 goals in the fucking cup game, something like that. Look, but also Jackson had brace in the first half last game. I don't know. I really like both teams to score over 2.5 here. It's -140 on FanDuel, which is kind of a trash number, but I didn't really shop it around. So I'm thinking if I can get like -130-ish on that, I'm pretty good there. I do lean Chelsea on the money line, but like Legs said, I'm not ready to lay -140 on them at the bridge. I don't know. I'm probably just going to stick with both teams to score over 2.5 right now.
Uh-oh. It's getting real blue in London. It's getting real blue in London. That's scary for everyone. All right, we're keeping it London. We got Brentford versus West Ham. I don't know what appeals to me about this game so much because both of these teams have just been so disappointing recently. I think it kind of goes into West Ham way more. I think it goes back into like what I said with the West Ham Fulham game, where it's like, all right, you guys have to kind of prove something to me here. I don't know what that thing is. I don't know if it's going to be
a goal on the road.
Yeah, Brentford hold it down at home, and Buemo's the guy. I don't know if it's going to be West Ham's actually better than you. Paqueta, Alvarez isn't that bad of a midfield. I feel like I'm dreaming saying both of them, but I do like both teams to score. I like the over in this game. West Ham, what can I say about West Ham? EFL Cup, y'all already done. Paqueta got a red card. Bet you he had a bet in on that. I know I did. Appreciate him for that. So I don't have a ton of good to say about West Ham. I know you guys spent a lot of money and you brought a lot of names in that just haven't really played at all. So it's confusing, but it's also West Ham. And I feel like I've said that about you guys the last 4 years in a row. So I actually might go Brentford for this one, just out of West Ham hate.
Yeah, I mean, I lean Brentford on the money line at home, +125. I do like the Bees. That said, they don't keep clean sheets. They're going to play attacking football. They're going to leave themselves open at the back. That's just their brand of football, and I'm fine with it. So both teams to score over 2.5, sitting around -120 here. Definitely isn't bad. The over 2.5 by itself at -145 over on Caesars definitely is just almost close enough to be a good single, but probably more of a parlay piece. I do like the both teams to score over 2.5. I leave Brentford on the money line. Yeah, guys, it's I know you guys all like Buemo. We do too. That's why we talked about him over the weekend. That's why we took him. That's why he cashed for us in the first minute of that Tottenham game. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this. I'm leaning Brentford, but I like goals here. Neither of these teams play any fucking defense.
Well, how can they when Antonio just starts over every single one of them, no matter what? Doesn't even matter who the fuck it is. Like they'll be like, hey, we'll switch you to a wing. How about that? So we can still start our boy Antonio. And how long is Antonio's fucking contract? When is that shit up? Because goddamn, that's gonna be the nicest breath of fresh air for West Ham when he's finally gone. It's like
I'd be more mad if Fulker looked good.
Well, yeah, agreed. Well, what would be even worse is if Fulker keeps getting called up for Germany and then he just starts balling for Germany. It's like, well, what about that guy?
What if we just play him? He's right.
We just play that guy we paid for. Whoa. Anyway, next one. Last English game I got for you is Man U versus Tottenham. Oaks, say something nice about Tottenham.
I think they can win this game.
Really? Because I'm going to go Man U money line. I think it's way more fun to ride that bus.
I know you do. You literally only bet on Man U so that you can join Man U fans in yelling Ten Hag out, which is fine. And it's totally warranted, especially after today's game. But yeah, I hate Old Trafford. I hate everything Man U's doing. I hate that Bruno Fernandes didn't shoot today. I hate that they look like shit. I hate that. I don't know. I just fucking hate Man U, dude. And it's not because they're Man U. It's because like they should be good, but you just keep paying the bald dickhead, and he's so garbage. And he's clearly, again, it's one of those situations where you can't just yell Glazers out and then you get a new owner and then go, yo, Ten Hag out. Man U, you're stuck in a cycle of just admit you're bad. Anyway, I know Tottenham sucks on the road, but I just don't see how Man U can keep that many goals out of the back of the net. I like Tottenham on the draw no bet here at plus 100.
I'm trying to find my argument for why I'm taking Man U on the money line. I don't really have
it. So you can make content next week.
I don't really have it. I love both teams to score in this one. I think there will be goals. I think there's going to be cards. I have all my hacks lined up for this one. This is I need a starting lineup because for me, and I know no Man U fan wants to hear this, you got to start Casemiro this game. And I know Eriksen scored, but goddamn, if that man doesn't just leave a gigantic fucking hole on the pitch, and Kobe Mainu was not there to cover for him. Mind you, I think that if Casemiro was to start, you kind of need to switch the whole midfield, how you're even lining that up. I think you need to have an actual center mid in there, not Casemiro playing the ball out. Like, you need Bruno to actually come and get that fucking ball because Casemiro can't pass. He's never been able to pass. Why the fuck do you think we have Toni Kroos? Like, all the Man U fans are talking to me about that. Like, Casemiro can't pass. No shit. Give the ball to Toni Kroos or Modric. Who do you have? No shit. That's why we had Marcelo right there to his left. Ramos was behind him. Danny Carvalho's on the right. Toni Kroos, Modric. Don't let that man pass more than 30 yards. That's on y'all. You had all the tape. You watched him fucking play.
Facts.
So I'm not listening to none of that shit. And if Garnacho doesn't start this fucking game, and I see Marcus fucking trash,
he will. But Trashford is so. Remember when they said he was Ballon d'Or? You guys remember that?
The only way I want to see Trashford is if there's some sort of headline that came out like, oh, Marcus Rashford was partying at the clubs before Sunday's match. Da, da, da. If something like that comes out where it's like, oh, he was racing late night with his friends out in Salford. Da, da. I need something dramatic because then I'll bet him to score or assist. Then I'll bet him for a goal. He needs something dramatic in his life that isn't just, hey, we're going to start this little Argentinian kid over you if you don't play better. He needs something actually dramatic where the papers run with it. And he's like, let me prove everyone wrong again. Even though he'll prove them wrong for about 3 games and then go exactly back to what we all think he is, which is fucking shit. So, Man U, I really want to see Ugarte and Kobe Manu in the midfield for this one. But unfortunately, this is a Casemiro game. You can't put a new bull and a young bull against that Tottenham midfield because they're going to go in and try to eat your fucking lunch. That they're not going to do it pretty either. It's not going to be like, wow, technically it's beautiful. No, it's going to be ugly, hard-nosed, and really hard to watch an 18-year-old and a brand new signing who you're not sure if he's fully fit go at it. You need Casemiro for this game. As much as no Man U fan wants to see him, you fucking need him. You need the big man. You need Enrique for this game. Real bad. So I'm running with goals and cards again. And I'm definitely going to take Man U money line. The line sucks, though. Plus 130? Who the fuck is that confident in Manchester? They haven't beat Tottenham like 2 fucking
right.
years.
That's why I'm taking Tottenham on the draw no bet at plus 110, dude. Fernando, yeah, I do think Højlund is still injured. I think he was on the bench today, though, so maybe he's getting ready to come back, but we'll see.
Agreed. Spurs going to rip a ton of shots. This is a Solanke game. So, I don't know
if Solanke was a bust after 3 games.
So, is your new strategy just, I'm going to say whoever the striker is for this team and say it's their game? Because it's not a bad strategy to just
it's not.
Striker to
especially
score.
On a road underdog. Like, I like it, Jacob.
Did Solanke score against Man U for Bournemouth last year?
Probably.
So, I don't hate it, but
it wasn't hard. Scoring against Man U was fucking cake last year.
Yeah, that Brentford game did them dirty. Anyway, we're moving on. We're going to what really matters here. It's no football.
It's La Liga.
That being said, La Liga, get your fucking shit together. Why is your president, who is he is literally getting investigated right now for corruption and bribery also. Keep our fucking names out of your mouth. And the fact that he's like, oh, I don't like Don Perez, he has too much power and I know he wants me out. Everyone does. You're a piece of shit. You are a bad person. Weird. Another leader in the Spanish Football Association. Not that great of a human being. Who would have fucking thought? What have we gone through? Fucking 3 different presidents in the last 2 years? So, yeah. Do I think the La Liga president might not be the best guy? Keep Don Perez's name out of your fucking mouth, Tebas. When are you done? You ran fucking unopposed, you piece of shit. This man is a dictator in Spain. I fucking despise him. And he's going to open his mouth to Don Perez. You've now just welcomed in a whole lot of hatred coming for you that was already there. Real Sociedad versus Valencia. I honestly called you earlier because I was like, dude, is Real Sociedad about to suck and then European football starts and they're all of a sudden they're going to figure it out and they're going to win? Like, am I about to take them on the money line here? And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. This is the first game. Fuck that. This isn't even Champions League. And then they went up 1-0, and I was like, God fucking damn it. But don't worry. I think they ended up tying. I don't think that bodes well for them here. The only thing that really helps them out is that they get to play against Valencia, and it's at their crib. Because Valencia is not only garbage, but even worse on the road. So I want to say that it should be an easy Real Sociedad money line, but Sociedad hasn't really done anything easy this year, especially not winning games. If Barrenechea gets a start, I like him for shots. If Kubo gets a start, I like him for shots or him to score assists. You know who's been fucking garbage, and I feel like they're not using him well at all because they just keep having him float out to the left, is our boy Becker. Why are you not just playing one striker and letting put all the play? You have so many different fucking people that you could just put around this guy. And then he's a gigantic motherfucker that can hold the ball up for them or go and get the chances. So why are you playing 2 strikers where he then floats out to the left and has to take more people on one-on-one? When you look at Alisson Becker up front, do you think to yourself, damn, this guy's really good one-on-one? Or are you just thinking, damn, this guy's fucking huge. Yeah, he can play with his back to net. Because I feel like, I don't know if I'm dumb, but I can see that shit from Pennsylvania. So if you're watching him train every day, what the fuck are you looking at? Again, not an actual coach, just common sense wise, doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Both teams to score no and under 2.5.
That's probably the right move.
I was about to say, I don't even hate that. The only thing that's scary is both these teams kind of suck. Like their defense
is way worse.
So yeah, so you're telling me you definitely trust Real Sociedad to just get a 1-0 win and just be out? Thank you. Thanks.
No, but I could see a 1-0 win. I could see a 2-0 win, Sociedad, or I could see a 0-0.
Yeah, I'm for sure on the under. Both teams to score is the one that scares me a little bit because I could also see it just ending 1-1 where Valencia got a penalty kick.
If you played on DraftKings, 1-1 still a win. You don't have to pick both teams to score yes or no and then over under as well. It's a combo line, so a little bit of an advantage there. Yeah, I fucking hate this game. I don't know. Sociedad doesn't really have an identity anymore, and Valencia is just flat out garbage. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, moving on. Don't have a ton of Spanish games. Wasn't a big fan of the slate. If you're a Barcelona fan, don't worry. I'm not talking about your game, but I do have you on my board, so I'll bring it up again later. I got Bilbao versus Sevilla. The line, again, so somehow Chelsea is minus 140 against Bilbao, but then, against Brighton. Bilbao. But then I see Bilbao versus Sevilla is at the crib, was only sitting around minus 130, minus 125. What the fuck? What did Bilbao do wrong that they're getting priced like that against Sevilla?
They got to play tomorrow. That's why.
Yeah, I know, but did you see who they're playing tomorrow? Because they're
playing Roma.
Yeah, do we give a all right, hold on. Are there any Roma fans in here? Do we give a fuck about Roma right now? Didn't they literally just fire their CEO and their fucking manager?
Did they finally fire that
They
CEO?
got rid of the CEO, step down.
Good. Smart. Finally. Maybe they'll actually
Well,
build
hold
a good
on. How
club.
smart was it? Hey, let me fire your manager that I just signed all these people for and then
To
step
a
down.
3-year deal. Then let him manage 4 games, and then I fired him, and now I'm stepping down. Yeah, I mean, look, Roma's in shambles. I do like Atleti tomorrow. I'm doing a live stream for that one, so I'm not gonna waste a bunch of time on it. Yeah, look, I think Atleti's at home in that one too. I have to double check, but I think they are. Anyway, if Atleti is at home, then there's no travel, and I love Bilbao at the San Mames. I still think Sevilla get one. Again, this is a big. I'm going to like every time somebody tells me there's no goals in Spain, I'm like, oh, you just don't know who the good Spanish teams are, or the teams in Spain that actually score and don't really play defense. I'm looking right at you, Sevilla, team that scores and doesn't really play fucking defense. Both teams to score here is sitting at minus 105 over on Caesars, over 2.5 at plus 100 on FanDuel. Both teams to score over 2.5 plus 135 on FanDuel, but I know you can get a better number than that. You're telling me there's no fucking goals in this game? Are you out your goddamn mind? I love this one. I like both teams to score here. I love the over 2.5. I like them both. I think Bilbao definitely wins this because Sevilla's ass. But if you don't think Sevilla's ass, I'd like you to defend your position a little bit. But I don't really care who wins this game. I just think there's 3 or more goals in it, and both teams are getting at least one.
Did you know that Iheanacho signed for Sevilla? Because this is my first time seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if he was a permanent deal or if he was out on loan, but yeah, I know he left.
No, I think it's a permanent deal.
Yeah, I know he left Leicester for Sevilla.
Yeah, so I wanted to be like, oh, well, Sevilla's center back got a red card, but it's also like the worst defender on their team, and like
Right, yeah, their center backs are garbage.
So yeah, Marcao or whatever, the Brazilian bull. And no offense, but if I just am calling you some Brazilian bull and you're 28, chances are you suck.
If Mike doesn't know your name and you're 28 from Brazil, that means you're not good.
Yeah, chances are you're fucking ass. So I like Bilbao. I'm gonna have to check who the ref is for that game too, because that could be an easy card game. Just looking at it, Alvarez is hurt though, also, which is usually Yeri Alvarez is usually automatic card. Next one we got finally the Madrid Derby. It is Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid, one of the top derbies in Spain. It's at the Wanda. Really hard place to go play. Real Madrid, the last time they lost a match was at the Wanda against Atleti. This exact, unless it's Europa League. That's a great point.
If it's not Thursday, Sevilla is ass.
Yeah. This exact fixture is the one that we lost last. I think we're at 39 matches unbeaten since that game. We're back. I'm gonna say it. I know we haven't lost the 39 games. Revenge game. Atleti, prepare to have your backs blown out. Fuck you guys. No Mbappe. Also, people are getting worried that we don't have Mbappe. Guys,
we didn't have Mbappe last year.
Double last year with no Mbappe, just so you know. Just saying. I'm just saying. Won a double. Fede Valverde still exists and is still the best midfielder on the planet. I'm just saying. Now, I already know that we're going to get a shit ref, and I'm just going to be frustrated as fuck the whole time. I'm glad I took off from work because I will just go back in the vault where all the weed's at, and I know the walls are soundproof, and I'll just yell.
Yeah.
There's a computer back there. I'll sign in, and I'll just clean out the whole vault and just yell. The only person that can hear me is this security person, and they're just like, you score? Oh, did we score? None of them know soccer. So like, oh, we scored. They just see me get excited and put on a hat. So Real Madrid money line. I will be absolutely fucking stunned if Vinny doesn't get his 4th yellow card for the suspension here at this game. It's
only 4 now?
I thought it was always only 4.
I thought it was 5.
Is it 5?
I think it's 5.
I'm a Madrid fan, but this game right here will determine. I just don't think that's. I think we could literally lose this game 10-0, and we would still have a really good squad.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't rate Atleti super highly. They just fucking drew Rayo Vallecano. But this is the Wanda and it is a derby. So shady shit's always going to happen. If you don't believe me, go back and watch last year's game when Bellingham got fouled twice, once in the box, which if you don't want to give us a PK, whatever, I'll let that go. But the clear foul immediately as he leaves the box and tries to reset up the attack, leading to two quick Atleti goals in our 3-1 loss. It was bullshit. And at the Wanda, they always give us bullshit ref. It always is tilted towards Atleti. Look, it's a short trip, same city derby. Weird shit's always gonna happen. That said, I still like Madrid on the money line, plus 150, even without Mbappe. I really like Madrid team total over 1.5 at plus 122 pre-kickoff. Both teams to score at minus 170 lets you know what they're thinking. And over 2.5 sitting at minus 135 over on Caesars really isn't bad as a straight. I would have to go back and double check when the last time this game stayed under was, but it's been a minute.
Literally last game, it was 1-1.
The one at the Bernabeu?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find which it's been over pretty good.
Oh, no, yeah, it literally either goes 1-1 or it's like 4-2, 5-3.
Yeah, 3-1. At the Wanda, I feel like it's always higher scoring. I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah,
4-2, 3-1, 1-2, 1-0 back in 2022. So yeah, last 3 matches all been over at the Wanda. I do like the over here as a standalone. If you don't want to try and factor out mine and legs, clear Real Madrid biased, we're not shy about it. We tell you about it up front. I think the over is solid. I think both teams to score in the over 2.5 is solid as well. But I like Madrid. I like Madrid's team total. So yeah, smart gambling advice. Go with the over.
All right, hold on. So you're a Real Madrid fan. We're 6 games in. You're telling me we haven't faced anyone good. I don't know if our squad's any good as we're holding the La Liga, Champions League, and the Super Cup title.
Well, we beat Atalanta, defending Europa
we also
League
beat Real Sociedad, Real Betis, and Stuttgart. So second best team in Germany, and I don't know. I rate Real Sociedad and Real Betis as far as
right. Again, we haven't lost in like going back to January, so yeah. I'm not super. Look, if Atleti hands us our first loss, I'll be a little bit surprised. They are playing tomorrow against Celta, who isn't ass anymore. So we'll see.
All right, moving on. I got some Italian games for you. First one we got. Udinese is the best team in Italy. I said it. There, I fucking said it. Somebody get upset about it and then prove me wrong. If Udinese wants to start losing games and not be in the top 3 and not be in a Champions League spot, I'll be happy to not respect them anymore. This is not going to be a hard argument for anyone. However, Inter Milan.
Right now they are.
Off a loss. Inter Milan coming off a loss at the crib. Do I even know if you can defend your crib now? Because Milan wasn't looking too hot, but you couldn't beat them. Ballon d'Or Martinez has gone missing.
Big dick move by AC Milan's coach to put his job on the line. Game 4 in a fucking derby. Just huge dick move.
I like Udinese on a spread here, actually. I like Udinese plus 1.5. Now, I think Inter's going to get right and they're going to get the win here, but I don't think it's going to be by too much. I think Udinese's playing good enough football to keep it close.
Yeah, and Udinese's got some monsters in the air, and Inter is definitely struggling a little bit defending set pieces. Now, do I think Udinese is going to rack up a ton of set pieces? I don't know. I didn't love this game. This is one I need to see lineups for. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Ballon d'Or Martinez will finally show up. I don't know. I've been hearing way too much dick riding about him on Twitter to think that he has any business being in the Ballon d'Or conversation for anybody except for people who just refuse to hold up a sign that says, I fucking hate Madrid and I don't want to see him win anything else. Because, like, that's a legitimate argument. And I would respect you if that's what you said instead of Lautaro Martinez, Ballon d'Or, Rodri, Ballon d'Or. I just don't care for this game. I'm going to pass.
I'm also looking at, and I know that TwoFootTalk isn't going to stay hot the whole season, but right now he's fucking hot. He's got 3 goals and an assist in the first 5 matches. He rested for the Coppa Italia match, which means he's going to be ready and going for this one. I'm not telling you that he's going to score a goal. I'm not telling you he's going to get an assist, but I wouldn't hate him to be one of the guys involved in the attack, taking for a shot on target. Moving on. Next one I got for you. Torino versus Lazio. Again, what am I doing? Guess what? Torino's in first fucking place.
Yes,
Torino is undefeated in Italy.
Yep.
Torino has not lost a match. Do I think Lazio is going to hand them their first loss of the year? Absolutely fucking not, I don't. I'm going on Torino, draw no bet. They're at the crib. They're still holding it down. Nick, thank you for that Lazio over. If I'll apologize to Nick.
Run it back.
That's it. I will apologize to Nick if Lazio gets this win. But I love Torino on the draw no bet. You're getting an awesome number for a team that has not lost a game yet at their own crib.
I like both teams to score here. Dio, whatever his name is, the guy that's not Castellanos, who plays for Lazio, had 2 goals today in the first half. I like him. I like Castellanos. I think Lazio is starting to put it together a little bit. Both teams to score here at -110 over on FanDuel. Really good number. Over 2.5, +130 on DK. Torino's defense isn't all that. Lazio doesn't play a different fucking lick of defense. So give me both teams to score here at -110. I also lean the over at +130. Torino, draw no bet at home is fine as well. I don't like Lazio on the road, period. So yeah, I don't. I do think they get a goal though.
Zapata props?
Yeah, obviously. Always Zapata props. Che Adams.
Unbelievable kit game, by the way. If we just get the maroon versus the baby blues, that's going to be beautiful. All right. Last game I got for you guys. It's a German one. It's exactly what you thought it was going to be. It is Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen. The 10-time champs versus the defending champs, the perfect ones. Bayer Leverkusen seem to have their swagger back. They're doing that thing where they're like, oh, maybe we'll lose, and then we get to live bet them, and then they win, and it's awesome. Yeah, fun times. Florian Wirtz to score assists, rinse, repeat.
Ronaldo,
Wirtz is on a Vinny level of I'm taking this no matter what to score assists. I don't really care. As long as the number isn't too far down past -120, I'll take it every time because this man is
shot on target.
He pulls all the strings. Yeah, Grimaldo shot on target. They've been ruining that line for me, so I've been going for shots outside the box on target too to try to finagle a plus sign. I think Leverkusen is going to shock Bayern Munich here. I think Company's had an easy go of it. I think he's been going against some really light teams. I think he's used to being the big swinging dick in a small pond like he was with Burnley in the championship, and he got a real quick reality check when his team wasn't way better than everyone else. Is he good at managing teams that are way better than other people? Yeah. Are they way better than Leverkusen? No. I think Xabi Alonso is a better manager than Company. I think Bayern Munich's playing excellent football right now. I think that on paper they have the better squad. However, Company, not that good of a manager. I'm backing Leverkusen to get me a double chance at a plus sign at the Allianz. Only thing that makes me a little bit worried there.
Yeah, guys, it's pretty simple. Byron's good again, and they play attacking football. So first half over 1.5 is -102 is a must-play number. Leverkusen team total over 1.5 +130 full game. Everything else, like said. Grimaldo shot on target will be probably a plus number here. If I see from Pong out there, I'm going to go live for this one. It's one of the few German games you're going to see me going live for because this is going to be an absolute banger, and there might be 100 shots in this game.
I was about to say, Harry Kane's number is still ass. It's like -145.
Yeah.
He's not going to score. Watch. He'll get an assist. I would look at Harry Kane assist numbers. Watch him not score this game because his number is so trash against, put it this way, Tapsoba and Jonathan Tah, They're bigger than you. All right, Harry, have you dealt with that yet? They're
Todd
bigger.
just to take a shot in this game, by the way. As long as Leverkusen get a couple of corners, Todd to take a shot at a plus number will be disrespectful.
Yeah, I feel that. Shout out my boy Todibo for getting me that shot today.
I like it, Fernando. I'm personally leaning Leverkusen team total over 1.5 at plus 130, but I like the both teams to score.
If I could do this and then just throw Florian Wirtz either shot on target or to score or assist on it, that's exactly what I would do. This is my Thursday action that we got going on. So Oaks is going live for most of these games, so I'll just keep it quick. These are just some games that I didn't feel like giving an entire tab to, but Roma versus Bilbao. I have zero faith in Roma, and I really love the Williams brothers that wanted to take this competition. They took an entire year away from Nico, who apparently wanted to go to Barca, so that he could play in this competition with his brother for this club. Do I expect them to do something? Yeah, I fucking do. So if their shots on target look good, I'm taking them. The score assists, probably take that too. And knock you straight the fuck up? Yeah, probably. So I like all of their props.
I also really like how Sansat's been playing too.
He's hurt.
Oh, is he? Fuck.
Yeah. Celta versus Atleti tomorrow. I love both teams to score. Celta's just been playing great football. They're not getting results, but they are playing good football where they're scoring goals, and it's exciting to actually watch. Atletico Madrid has a way of ruining that for a lot of teams in Spain, but they haven't been doing a great job of it. I love both teams to score. I do think Atleti needs to get a result as well. Otherwise, 3 days later, you got to play Real Madrid.
Doesn't matter. Baby shit soft on the road.
And then finally, we have Penarol versus Flamengo as the quarterfinals of the Copa Libertadores tomorrow. Flamengo is going to Uruguay for that one. This is the Fede Valverde game versus Vini, both their ex-clubs. Penarol got a 1-0 win in Brazil.
Yep.
So Flamengo is going to have to throw the whole fucking kitchen sink at everything. So I'm going for a Flamengo money line. I also think both teams' score is heavily in play here because Penarol is going to be at home and Flamengo has to go for the result because they're already down 1. Should be an exciting game. I don't expect to see Flamengo going out that early to Penarol. I don't rate Penarol that well, but also Flamengo's kind of been playing like dog shit. So that's neither here nor there.
Penarol's one of the best teams in Uruguay. I would say the best.
Yes,
don't pay attention to the Uruguay table that much.
We'll also look at Flamengo, who's probably arguably one of the best teams in Brazil. And I would say
Copa Libertadores in general.
Penarol might be like top 6 in Brazil. I would put them probably like 5th-ish.
Stadium's a bitch to play at.
I bet it is. We have the whole wheel going for us. Inaki scored. Just saying. Subbed on and scored. Good guy. I didn't say which game it was for. And since he didn't start, I was like, I guess I'll do the next game. And then he scored. I was like, oh, fuck. And then he didn't score the next game. Yeah, it was really upsetting.
Vardy didn't score, so I'm kind of pissed.
All right.
Bowen didn't either, though, so I would have been fucked either way.
True that. All right, where's my pen? All right, either way, I'm going to go first. Oaks is going to go second. We have the golden booty. Let's get it.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
Pick a 0-0, John.
I know. I got it. I'm between taking Real Vallecano versus Leganes.
That's not a bad call.
Or the Fulham Nottingham Forest game. I feel like Wood will get 1 goal, and then I'll be fucked on that one, though. So I'm going to go Valencia. I'm going to go Real Sociedad versus Valencia. Fuck it. Here you go, Oaks.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3,
All right, Oak. We got La Liga. What do you got?
I really want to take Vinny.
I was going to say, you're just going to take Vinny because it's probably a plus sign.
Yeah, I really want to take Vinny. I also really think Victor Roque is scoring against Espanyol with Betis at home. I'm going to take Vinny.
Yeah, no, I already wrote Vinny. I knew you weren't going to take Vinny.
I still like Victor Roque a lot and think he does score, but I mean, how often do I get to take Vinny?
All right, so let me tell you how this one would have lost, Sam. So first half, perfectly fine, end 0-0. Then Everton's going to do Everton things in the second half, and then all of a sudden, 2-0.
No, Everton's going to score in the first half. That's what they do.
Nah, 2-0 Palace in the second half. Palace to win the second half money line. Give me it. Let's get in the standings and get the fuck out of here, guys. All right, you feel me? Let me give me my 15. Last week, I think I went 9-6. So we just got to beat that one this week. I got Real Betis money line versus Las Palmas. I don't respect them. Plus 125. Celta Vigo, Atleti, both teams to score over 2.5 is sitting around plus 100. It was floating around plus 100, plus 105. Barca money line and over 1.5 versus Osasuna. Osasuna sucks.
We do not respect them.
Nope. Real Madrid draw no bet at Atleti. That's the smartest bet. Probably it's minus 130. I probably will never even touch that, but that's what I'm going to put on my board. Atleti Madrid over 5.5 cards. Don't even know who the ref is. Just this isn't my first derby. Girona, both teams to score is minus 150. Newcastle City, both teams to score over 2.5, minus 130. I thought that was an awesome line for an English game. Arsenal Leicester, both teams to score plus 125. Aston Villa money line versus Ipswich. That's at Ipswich, minus 120. I don't respect
minus
Ipswich.
115.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ipswich sucks. That's where I'm at with it.
Yep.
Man U money line versus Spurs. Ten Hag wouldn't lose this one at home. Leverkusen double chance versus Bayern. That's plus 110. Leverkusen, Bayern, both teams to score over 3.5 plus 100. Udinese plus 1.5 versus Inter minus 130. Torino draw no bet versus Lazio plus 100. And then Lyon draw no bet at Toulouse minus 105. Big comeback week for my boys at Lyon. What a terrible way to go out. What an awesome way to hit Marseille team total, though, because I put that in like 4 days early.
Told you guys we were getting a red card in that game, too.
What?
Happened in 6 fucking minutes flat, dude. Listen, derbies can be really frustrating, but they can also be a ton of fucking fun when shit like that happens. And Marseille.
It's even better when you're rooting for Lyon and you're like, fuck yeah, you get a penalty and Lacazette fucking misses a pen. That's when I knew it was over. I was like, oh, none of this matters. Even when we took the lead, I was like, oh, Ryan Cherokee, my guy. And then we lost at the last minute. I was like, okay, sick.
Sick, dude.
That was sick.
I'm having fun.
Well, so they got a red card? Okay, Leon, you can do it now. I believe. Nope. Oh, my parlay is Madrid money line, Madrid over 1.5 bookings, and Leicester over a half team total. How's it lose?
I'm going to go Brentford versus West Ham. Both teams to score over 2.5, sitting around minus 125 at FanDuel. Shop around. You probably find minus 115 there. Chelsea versus Brighton. Both teams to score over 2.5. Again, minus 140 FanDuel. Shop around. I expect you'll be able to find minus 130 or a little bit better. Everton versus Crystal Palace. Both teams to score. It's minus 145 on Caesars. It's a little juicy. You might want to use it in a parlay, but I think both teams will score there. Nottingham Forest versus Fulham. Both teams to score as well, sitting at minus 132 over on FanDuel. Ipswich versus Aston Villa. I'm on Villa with leg at minus 115 on FanDuel. Man U versus Tottenham, going against leg here. I like Tottenham on the draw, no bet, plus 110. Las Palmas versus Betis. This game is tomorrow. I like both teams to score. Betis away, suck out loud. They still haven't fixed that defense, so I think they will cough one up to Las Palmas. I still think Betis can win that game. I'm just going to stay away from a side and take both teams to score -115. Espanyol versus Villarreal again tomorrow. Over 2.5, sitting at -118. Villarreal don't play no fucking defense, and Espanyol's not very good. I do lean Villarreal on the money line, but I'm just going to stick with the over 2.5 at -118 on FanDuel. Celta versus Girona. Give me Celta on the money line at +100. And if you don't like that, I like Celta team total over 1.5, -125. This is not a we don't bet Girona game show. This is a no, Girona fucking sucks. So we're going to fade them and make some money show. So yeah, I like Celta on the money line, +100. Bilbao versus Sevilla. I'm going to go with the both teams to score at -105. You want to pivot to the over 2.5 at +100. That's fine as well. I like the combo of the two as well. Betis versus Espanyol. Give me Betis on the money line. Betis at home is just better, and I'm hoping Isco fucking plays here. Atleti versus Real Madrid. Just going to put the over on the board. Keep it simple. I'm going to bet a lot of shit in that game. Piece of advice, don't follow me. I'm going to have like 20 bets on Madrid, so I just advise you not to do that. Genoa versus Juve. Give me Juve on the money line, -127, -130. They just put up a stinker, not even a stinker. They just protected home field in a Conte revenge game. I think they go vent some frustrations on a Genoa side that's pesky, but not that good. Torino versus Lazio, both teams to score at -110. Again, I also like the over 2.5 there at +130, but I'm putting both teams to score on the board. Bayern versus Leverkusen, first half over 1.5 at -102 on FanDuel. Let's rock a both teams to score parlay here. We'll do Nottingham versus Fulham. We'll do Bilbao versus Sevilla, and we will do Torino versus Lazio. Parlay.
Bro, Isco 2 weeks ago just got another surgery. So like this man is
I didn't see that. I saw that he was supposed to be back like late September, early October
was pushing to play against us. And then they're like, nah, actually, you're just gonna get another surgery because you broke your fucking fibula.
R.I.P. Isco.
Sounds pretty important.
That's a shame after the fucking season he had last year, man.
Agreed. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you guys go to tftdrip.com. That's tftdrip.com. It is in the link in the description right down below. Scroll down, click the button, tftdrip.com. Get you some gear. Get you some BurrOaks here. Get you some Young Leg gear. Get some gear for your squads. If your squad's not on there, message me. I'll get you guys some hot boy shit. If you think that I'm being selective, no. I just find something that I like and throw it on there. If that's selective, then fuck you. I don't want the definition. All right? tftdrip.com.
Yeah, like selectively gets high and plays around in Photoshop.
I still want to make the one where Danny's giving the middle finger and just put fuck gluten on there and see how many gluten-free people buy it. Make sure you follow us at TwoFootTalk. That's at TWOFootTalk. If you are watching us on Twitter, pretty simple. You see this name right down here? Type it in, go and follow. You'll get all of our shows, all of our picks every time we're going live. Oaks puts out a schedule for when he's going live. Everything gets shared through TwoFootTalk. Anything new that we're doing, whether it's gear, whether it's events, whether it's live shows, any of that BS goes right to at TwoFootTalk. You can follow me at a Young Leg. You follow Oaks at BurrOaks77. We will be here every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. You can go on my YouTube. You can go on Oaks' YouTube. Go ahead, like, subscribe. It helps us out a ton. You can get alerted right away when we go live and see all of our past broadcasts right on the YouTube. So you don't have to be like, hey, I missed this part. You can just rewind and watch it again. Only bad thing is then you can't message and see your comment pop up. So maybe just watch it live, guys. That would probably help you out also. Anything else to add, Oaks?
No, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, that's all I got. Fuck what you heard.
This is what you're hearing.
We're TwoFootTalk, and we're out.